Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming to this afternoon. I appreciate it. We've got some great news to report today. The Milwaukee Police Department has a number of our command officers here that will speak to you regarding some significant arrests that we've made in the city of Milwaukee relative to robbery crews that have been operating over the past couple of weeks. We're also fortunate to be joined by Chief Deputy DA Kent Laverne as well this afternoon, who's instrumental in working with the Milwaukee Police Department in ensuring the prosecution of these individuals we take into custody. Behind me there's a map here of the city of Milwaukee, and you'll see that map is shaded in 3 colors. On August 22nd of this year, the Milwaukee Police Department embarked upon a major reorganization of our Criminal Investigation Bureau. What we did is we aligned our detective divisions based on geography versus the former functional design of our detective bureau. Instead of having divisions based on crime type like robbery or burglary, our divisions now focus on neighborhoods, geography within the city of Milwaukee. And I have present with me today the commanders, the detective commanders, over these 3 areas which correspond with district stations in the city of Milwaukee. I would first like to introduce Captain Carrie Yerkes, who is the commander of our South Investigations Division, which is the blue shaded area which covers districts 1, 2, and 6.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to talk about an incident that occurred last night. This occurred about 9:10 p.m. It occurred in the 6900 block of West Cleveland Avenue. Last night there was an individual who was pulling her vehicle into the driveway, dropping off a family member, when she was approached by 2 armed suspects at gunpoint. They pulled her out of her vehicle. In a very violent act, they struck her in the face several times, and they ended up carjacking her and taking her vehicle. A short time later, within less than 10 minutes, officers from the District 6 station saw the vehicle. They initiated a pursuit. They pursued the vehicle, and the individuals in the vehicle bailed out in the 2200 block of South 18th Street. Officers pursued on foot, looking for the individuals. One of the suspects that they were pursuing did have a gun and did point the gun at one of the officers on more than one occasion. The officer did discharge his weapon but did not strike the suspect. These suspects were arrested, 3 of them, and we were looking at them for several armed robberies that have occurred on the south side. And the investigation, obviously this just occurred last night, so this investigation is continuing. The arrest of these 3 suspects is one of several arrests that have been made within the city within the last week or so that have been cleared dozens of violent crimes all over the city regarding armed robberies. So what I would like to do is turn this over to one of my CIB counterparts here, Captain Gary Gasick of the North Investigations Division.
Good afternoon again. Thank you for being here. Just like to brief you on a series of 8 related armed robberies that occurred over a 3-day period on the northwest side of the city of Milwaukee between November 21st and November 23rd. These are 6 street robberies and 2 very violent home invasion robberies. A total of 6 people have been taken into custody, 5 adults and 1 17-year-old due to good old-fashioned police work. Now, the 2 adults have been charged with misdemeanor offenses. However, 3 of these adults, 3 of the 5 adults, have been charged with a total of 33 separate felonies. Now, the 17-year-old's involvement is being reviewed at the district attorney's office as I speak, and he's facing upwards of 4 separate felony charges. Now, these suspects became increasingly bold and violent in each successive incident. In several of these incidents, the suspects fired shots at or near the victims. 2 victims were shot in separate robberies, and in another, a local clergy member was shot at multiple times. It's obvious that these individuals presented a clear and present danger to the north side neighborhoods that they targeted, and it's these neighborhoods that are now much safer as a result of these violent criminals being taken into custody and off the street. The success that we've had in bringing these offenders to account is due to the outstanding work by district officers from Districts 4 and 7, assistance from the Neighborhood Task Force, and the relentless investigation from detectives in the North Investigations Division and the Metropolitan Investigations, and of course, as always, assistance from District Attorney Chisholm's office in securing prosecutions. Thank you.
Captain Dubas.
Good afternoon. I'm Captain Michael Dubas. I supervise the Central Investigations Division, which, as you look on the map, is the yellow section. It's Districts 3 and 5. as well as the other two divisions. We've had a very busy Thanksgiving holiday time, and as a result of good police work, great observations by the officers on the street, we've made arrests of 7 different people connected to 3 different groups of robbery suspects. 2 of them were in the River West area, and I'd like to report that most of the robberies that have occurred down there have all been cleared by the arrests of these individuals, and also 2 people that were arrested in the area of 18th and Olive that had committed a number of armed robberies up there. All 3 of these groups are currently being reviewed in the district attorney's office. I don't have the specific charges or names to be released today, but I can say that they were cooperative, they did make statements, and we were going forward with prosecution on all 3 of those rings. And again, I would tip my hat to the officers in the street, because they're the ones that are making the observations, taking the descriptions, and making the arrests out there. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. This criminal complaint filed earlier this week by the District Attorney's Office reflects a great deal of hard work by the men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department, as well as hard work by, in particular, Assistant District Attorney Michael Lonsky, who spent the majority of his holiday weekend in the office drafting the documents charging 3 individuals with a total of 33 felony counts. We have another individual related to this crime spree on the northwest side who is being reviewed this afternoon by our office, and I would expect additional charges to possibly be filed as early as tomorrow. And this really is illustrative of the close relationship that this department and the DA's office has had with regard to combating violent crime, both in our office when cases are brought into us, but also on the street level through our community prosecution program. And I can assure you that as these violent crimes occur, the community can be assured of a close working relationship to bring offenders to justice. Thank you.
I'd just like to ask now for the help of the public. There are still, obviously, robberies and things of that nature that are being committed. There is still a robbery crew that is operating on the south side of Milwaukee and also in 2 of our suburban south side areas. We really would like people to know that during this season, especially during the holiday season, to look out for yourself, to look out for your neighbors, to just be a little more vigilant when you are getting out of your vehicles, when you're visiting businesses, things along that line. One of the things that we've done citywide, especially over on the south side, is drop flyers, stop into businesses, let people know what's going on. We have done that, so if you are a business owner and an officer stops in and gives you a flyer, that's just to let you know, keep your eyes open, that there are things still going on. We're working on them. We're very diligently investigating these crimes. If you see something going on, please call us. Thank you.
Thanks, Gary. And if I could just wrap up, Annie, just want to just follow up just a bit on the reason I focused on the geography when we first began this press conference. The geographic deployments of police resources is extremely critical to the success we've achieved here. The reason we've aligned our resources geographically is so that detectives and police officers are working together in the neighborhoods most impacted by crime, focusing on individuals who are most likely to be repeat offenders in those areas that we see prolific criminal activity. We mentioned today 18 people arrested in over 20 offenses and a host of felony and misdemeanor charges against them. The work of the Milwaukee police officers and our detectives and district attorney's office has made Milwaukee a safer place. And I just have this to say for those individuals who think about committing robbery in the city of Milwaukee: we will get you, you will be arrested, and you will be prosecuted. Thank you.